back on the water and headed to Caladesi State Park today, and we're going to stay at the marina there. Never been over there before, gonna try it out. Gets real shallow at the entrance there, so that's really the reason I've never been down in there. So I'm excited to go. We're gonna go spend the night. They've got power hookups there so we can run our little ZeroBreeze air conditioner. I've got Noah with me. We've got dinner, everything we need, and setting up for a really nice night. The winds are up right now. It's supposed to calm down here in the next hour, so we're gonna go enjoy the place, take some drone shots, and hopefully get our new paddleboard out and see how that's gonna work. So I'm gonna pull the motor up a little bit in back there, and we're gonna watch this depth. 5 feet and 4 feet, 3 feet, 3.6 feet, shallow water alarm, 2.9 feet. So yeah, I'm gonna go real slow. All right, I'm gonna cheat a little bit here and engage the autopilot, and I have it set to the entrance here, and this is where we're going. Entrance to Caladesi Island here, and there are markers and a channel once it gets real shallow. So I set that as my endpoint and engage the autopilot, and that allows me to kind of be more aware of what's going on around here. We're in 5 feet right now, so feeling a little bit better at the moment. That 2.5 feet and the alarm going off scared me a little bit, but so I'm hoping, I don't know, we've got maybe 3/4 of a mile to the entrance of that channel, so if we can make it without grounding, we're going to be in good shape here. Hey, Caladesi Island in front of us, and over here off here we've got a sandbar. It's real shallow, and that is where we normally go to hang out at the beach. But I am looking for up in front of us here, can't see with this sun, but it says 0.5 miles to our destination, and I'm letting the autopilot do its thing right now. Got our bimini top up, and just kind of letting the boat drive us on this path, and it's saying we're in 5 feet of water, so still nice and clear. So cruise it on in, and hopefully be the entrance of our destination, which is Caladesi Island Marina, here shortly.
Welcome to Caladesi Island. Caladesi is a Florida state park and wildlife refuge, accessible only by boat. Ferry service does run daily from Honeymoon Island and Dunedin. Originally, it was part of a larger barrier island. Caladesi Island and Honeymoon Island were first created in 1921 when a hurricane cut Hurricane Pass to divide the larger island into two parts. Although Caladesi is still referred to as a separate island, Hurricane Elena filled in Dunedin Pass in 1985, making Caladesi Island accessible while walking northward from North Clearwater Beach. In the 1880s, homesteaders lived on the island. Later in life, at the age of 87, Myrtle Betts penned the book Yesteryear I Lived in Paradise, telling of her life living on the barrier island. The park is a great place for picnics, hiking, shelling, kayaking, and snorkeling.
That's the drone I was
All right, here we are, Caladesi Island State Park Marina. It's really cool. Maybe we'll get the paddleboard out and check out some of these channels around here. Pulling up for our spots tonight. It's telling me I'm 1.5 feet of water. I don't think that's right. I hope that's not right. So we're gonna go find our slip here, get tied up, get the power connected, and see what's going on. Looks like we hit it at a good time, not too crowded. Just a couple boats in here. All right, we made it. Marina's nice and quiet. We're gonna go check in. Then hopefully get our power connected, get the air conditioner turned on, and enjoy this beautiful night. What a nice spot. All right, moment of truth. We're gonna try out the shore power. First time at the marina. Helps to have the right end of the power cord. So, all right. on there, and boom, plugged in. Cool. Let's see if she works. Turn that on, and moment of truth. See what happens. We're gonna turn on the charger. All right, and fire up our ZeroBreeze. Turn it all the way up. Plugged into power on the shore, and rigged up this little condensation catcher to keep the water off the floor. And she's turning on now, and we'll let that do its thing while we eat our dinner and go explore the island a little bit. Hey, little buddy. You're not as friendly as the ones on Egmont Key. Oh, this is interesting. I had no idea. Ancient ceremonial and burial mounds on Caladesi Island are evidence of pre-European activity by countless generations of Native Americans. Very interesting. It says tall ships moored offshore of this island. Soldiers and sailors came ashore to hunt, fish, and camp. Smoked and salt fish. Hides were traded with Cuba, including the years of the American Revolution. So, very interesting. Lots of history on this old island. Again, Caladesi State Park, wildlife refuge, and beautiful little place, only a couple miles from downtown Dunedin, accessible only by boat, which keeps this place nice and quiet. So we're gonna walk over to the beach and check out the sunset. Okay, so boat is tied up at the marina. A couple other boats here, but what a great night. Basically have the place to ourselves. So we're gonna go walk out on the beach, check it out a little bit, and Noah's ready for his dinner, so we're gonna find a place to do that. But this is a great state park. They've got some outdoor showers for us, restroom facilities, but otherwise just really well kept up and not a lot going on, which I love. So this is a treat. So we're gonna walk out to the beach and see what's going on that way. And it is just perfect out here. It's 75 degrees. And what is cool about Caladesi is this is untouched Florida. These are what these beaches look like naturally, which is just wonderful to see. And this island is actually now connected with Clearwater Beach. And Clearwater Beach originally had a pass that went through and separated Caladesi from Clearwater Beach, and hurricane came through in the 1920s and connected the two islands. But they've kept this a state park. They've kept this undeveloped, and so we can kind of see basically what Clearwater Beach used to look like. All the white sand beach you could want to yourself. Doesn't get any better than that, folks. Back in a bit and watch the sunset. So sun just went down out on Caladesi Island. Nobody here. Just as beautiful as it gets watching this sunset over the Gulf of Mexico. I'm coming, Noah. There's a turtle in the way. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to disturb you. Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock and finally got Noah to bed, and I don't know if you can see on the camera, we got a couple boats getting ready to leave here. And I was
wondering, you saw the depth when I was kind of showing you coming in here, and I just didn't understand how these big boats are getting back in here. And just checking the tides, and we're right at high tide now, so I guess a lot of these big boats come in and out of here only when it's high tide. So that makes a lot of sense. I was just wondering, everybody's packing up at 10 o'clock at night and leaving, and then I finally realized, oh well, it's high tide, probably the only time they can get in and out of here. We're up about 3.5 feet from when I came in earlier, and then by morning we're going to be down that same 3.5 feet as low tide comes. So anyway, a beautiful night. Being able to plug in the boat with that AC power has been a game changer. We've got our AC cranked. It is freezing in that cabin. Being able to run my refrigerator, anything we want, being plugged into shore power. So this is great. Got my deck chair out, hanging out on the dock, and about to go to bed. So we'll check in tomorrow, hopefully get that paddleboard out and see what it looks like in the morning. Hope everyone has a good night. Okay, good morning. Our little ZeroBreeze worked really well. Actually, you can see the condensation on the glass. Had to get up at one point and turn it down because on strong mode it was so cold in here. So put it back on regular. You can see air temperature 58 degrees coming out of there. And this is amazing. This was what I kind of came up with to hold all the condensation, keep the floor dry. An entire pitcher full of condensation that this thing's removed. It just shows how much humidity this little air conditioner removed in one night. So I'm gonna empty that out and we're gonna get started here. Get out of here real quick. Look at the size of this trawler. All right, and good morning. We are leaving the Caladesi Marina right now, and a beautiful morning. Only complaint we have are the no-see-ums, what they call them, little devil gnats that are eating us alive this morning. So I'm going to do some research on some types of bug spray that deter those things, because man, we just got bitten like crazy. You can probably see them flying around here. So anyway, entering the channel here, we're going to see how much time we have. Hopefully try out the new paddleboard today, and then head home from there. So beautiful morning. We had a great night. Everything worked really well otherwise. So we didn't have the problem with gnats last night so much, but this morning, man, it's they're swarming us bad. So anyway, headed out here and check in a bit. Almost back in the channel, and this is that fun little spot where it gets real shallow, and still at 4 feet, but it's coming up, and I don't have the advantage of the higher tide that we had yesterday, so I'm slightly nervous, but I'm gonna see how this goes. All right, looks like we're in pretty good shape here. 3 feet of water, no problem. Oh, there it is, 2.5. That one little blip, 2.9, 2.7. Yes, I knew it was right in here. 2.5. Woo! Shallow, shallow, but we are about back into the channel. Coming up right here, 2.5 feet of water. 2.2, 2.3. Almost that. 2 feet of water, 2.2. Are we kicking up mud yet? All right. 2.6, 2.5, we got this. Unwrapping the boat paddleboard here. Gonna get it blown up and see if we have any way to do this while we're on this boat, because this paddleboard's gonna be quite a bit longer than the space I have. So we'll figure it out.
All right, the boat is blown up. We're on the far north end of Caladesi Island, same island we spent the night at last night, and gonna try this thing out, see if we can stay standing. A little bit of a rip current today coming in from the Gulf, so gonna have to be a little bit careful. Okay, we are leaving Caladesi Island. This is the far north beach right behind us where we tried out the paddleboard for just a little bit. We're ready for some breakfast and gonna get back to it here. And so anyway, yeah, good first try. Trying to figure out what we're doing with the paddleboard, or the boat stand-up paddleboard, but we're headed back in for now. It was a beautiful night, and we had a blast, so couldn't ask for a better trip and a little time this morning at the beach. So Sunday morning we're heading in, and we'll check in next time.